we'll record it. We'll cover the food order call. Okay. All right, let's start. Okay. The food order call program is actually very simple. Right now, the food ordering companies that are out there, well, you know them all, Grubhub,
Right.
Seamless, Just Eats, all of them. Just the ordering part, they get about 15% of the bill. All right? That doesn't include the delivery. 15% of the bill, let's say the bill was 50 bucks. 750 would be the fee, right? 15% of 50 bucks.
Right.
750 is the fee just for the online ordering. It's expensive. But another key thing about that, which is really important to the restaurants, those online ordering companies don't provide the restaurant with their own customers' follow-up data. So when you pay one of those online ordering companies, you pay them. They'll send the money to the restaurant, their share, right? But
Right.
they don't send the data record. The restaurants don't get their own customer data. You're actually a customer of the online ordering companies. Okay?
Right. Right.
Right. So we changed that. This program, the restaurant gets access to the data record of their customer, and then they could follow up, send a text, send an email to their customers, right? And
Right.
at that point, they can market and generate more money for them. Okay, so let's look at the concept first. The major issues with calling in to a restaurant is you get put on hold a lot, and the accuracy of
Right.
the orders is suffered. The accuracy of the orders suffers on the consumer side. Additionally, on the consumer side, many people don't like to call in and then give the 16-digit credit card number, the CVV code, the expiration date, and then these kids that are taking the orders, they take that stuff and they throw it on the food pad where they were making food notes, which hangs on the wall and
Yeah.
stays there, which is very secure, not safe at all. So what we did was we decided let's go in and create one registration for the whole country. So when you register one time, you're actually registering for all restaurants nationally. So
Okay.
when you register, you're going to type in obviously your name, your address, your phone number, your email, your text cell phone number, all that information. In fact, we even ask if there's any special delivery information. Like some people will say, don't come to the front door, come to the side door. Or let's say you have a dog. You have a dog? You don't have a dog?
No, I don't.
We don't. Okay. Well, if you had a dog, you would know when the doorbell rings, the dog comes running to the door. Right? So you might put in there, you get here, just text me. This way you don't ring the bell and the dog comes running to the door after you. Okay? So in other words, you can create a whole separate box on the registration to describe. So if it's a food order, maybe for a local employee of a business, it might say, listen, you can't get right upstairs because the security's there. The guy who you need to deliver the package to is this security guard. He's got your money, etc. Right? So you could spell all that stuff out, which is added in the registration. Additionally, you can dictate exactly how you want your favorite meal to be made. Okay?
Right.
So for as many restaurants as you want. Typically, people will call a restaurant because they like a certain meal, a sandwich, whatever, at that restaurant. So what you could do is you can list you have a list of all the restaurants. You can indicate for any restaurant you want what your favorites are, and tell them exactly how you want, let's say, the sandwich made. Okay? And then you save that content to any key. Key number one, key number two, whatever. So before you even make the call, all your registration information is in there with your delivery information, right? Any special instructions and any favorites that you have all spelled out so they can't screw up the order. So the accuracy is better. Now, when you make the phone call, the first thing you hear is a greeting from the business. They can upload a file, a greeting file. Have a nice intro if they want. Or they can just use the standard default greeting.
Okay.
Okay? So they can get a nice greeting. Then they hear what the delivery time is. So the businesses have a setting where they indicate how many minutes delivery is. And that automatically gets inserted into the phone call IVR system. So you
Okay.
now hear how long the delivery is. It's important to know what the delivery time is before you decide whether it's going to be a pickup or a delivery, right?
Right.
If the restaurant says to you it's going to be an hour and a half to get your chicken cutlet with the tomatoes, the balsamic vinegar, and the mozzarella, you're like, you know what? I'm not waiting an hour and a half. Hey, can you make it in 20 minutes, half hour? I'll come down there and I'll pick it up myself. Right?
Right.
So it's better to know what the delivery time is before you decide whether you say pick up or delivery. Okay? Then it asks you to insert your favorites. Now, when you created your favorites, if you have any, all you do is say the key related to that restaurant, and all that saved content is all flows right to the restaurant. All typed out. You typed it once. You don't have to keep on retyping it. Automatically all that content flows. So, and you can enter as many favorite keys as you have. Everybody in the house might have a different favorite for the restaurant that you're ordering from. So, next question is simple. Anything else you want? You don't have to type into a phone or go over to your PC, log on, and type. You just say what you want. In addition, I'll take 2 pizzas and a whatever chicken parm, and that's it. Now, so really, you haven't said much at all other than the brief what you want other than your favorites at this point. Then the next question is, do you have any discount IDs? Now, we did with our cash certificate IDs, we made them into easy one-key hashtags. So if you have a cash certificate ID coupon for that business, all you do is hit £1, and that's it. It automatically redeems that digital cash certificate and reduces, well, if it's a 30 for 60 deal, then it reduces $30 off the tab. Very simple. Very simple stuff so far, right?
Right.
Now,
Very simple.
the next thing they're going to ask you is say cash or say card. Okay? Now, if
Okay.
it's cash, then if it's cash, obviously you're going to pay cash when you either pick up or when the guy delivers. If it's
Right.
a card, then you have an option. You can enter the key. You can key it in, and it'll remember you if you stored it. We have a storage system that's what they call PCI compliant.
Right.
So if you already have a stored card in the system, I'm sure you've done like check by phone and stuff before, where
Yes,
they
sir.
say, okay, we know your number that you're registered. Here we see you're calling from. Enter the 4-digit ID code, and you enter it in, and then boom, it's paid. Simple as that. Okay.
Right.
Now, Now, as far as the consumer is concerned, that's basically it. You're just looking at a menu, reading it, and telling the system what you want. Very simple. You don't have to hand over your card, anything. Now, here's the thing. The consumer now has to get a confirmation back from the business. Maybe you ordered a little bit extra, throw a little bit of extra meatball and pepperoni on the sausage, on the pizza, right? So
Right.
the merchant gets the order. When they get the order in their dashboard, it goes into what's called an S3 bucket, storage bucket at Amazon. They both
Okay.
hear the order, they hear the order, right? And they get a transcript of it. Now, the transcript can be in multiple languages, okay? So maybe you have people that are working in the kitchen that are Chinese, Hispanic, whatever. English is not their first language, all right? It's transcribed into different languages and automatically allocated, disseminated to the kitchen staff. Think of what happens in a normal kitchen. An order comes in, they're usually putting it down on the scratch pad, right? The carbon paper, because they do it on the carbon because they need multiple copies, right?
Right.
When you order lunch, you might order a salad. Well, there's usually a person who's working the salad maker. Then you need someone else might be doing an appetizers, frying up whatever, calamari, right? Or then you got the cooks. They're all three different stations, we'll call them, right? Kitchen stations, prep people, etc. They all need to get part of that. They all need to find out what their responsibility is on that order. So what the system does is it automatically posts that order in the dashboard and emails it or texts it to each of the staff. So they're there and they get the orders. They see the orders. Simple. Okay. Now, the business, they will go ahead and tell you it is $53, the order. Okay. And they send it back to you, and you just simply have to confirm that yes, 53 is fine. One or yes for one, two for no, and the dollars that your card that you already have on file will get whacked for the 53 bucks. Okay? Now, what are the advantages to the business? Again, the cost that they're paying is typically 15% of the bill, and that doesn't include delivery. So they're paying $7.50 with the other companies. Now they're going to pay, let's say you charge them $2, okay? You charge them $2, they go from paying $7.50 to $2. Your cost, your wholesale cost, is only 60 cents. That's it. So you're making $1.40 on every online order. They do 30 orders a day. I mean, some pizza places do a hell of a lot more than that, but let's say it's only 30. Oh, say it's only 30 a day. Well, obviously 30 a day would be 900 orders a month if they work 30 all 30 days in a month, right?
Right.
Well, 900 times $1.40, you're already over $1,300. Okay,
Right.
just for online ordering. So even a small account who's doing only 50, 60 orders a month, you're still making a couple $100 a month passive residual income. Now they're paying for the computer telephony charges only less than 3 cents for a minute, less than 3 cents. Now the call should not be over a minute, so it's only 3 cents. If it is 2 minutes, it's 6 cents, less than 6 cents. No big deal. Okay. Now, there's other benefits also here. Obviously, we have this list leaker email software. So when all that data is in the admin dashboard for the restaurant, they're gonna want to be able to follow up with those customers, right? So we have the software that will import that data directly into the list leaker email software. So we have the back end for them to do their marketing as well. Very simple. Complete the whole picture. So not only are we going to push customers to you because we have a lot of data, right? We have all the email data for the pocket
Right.
and the discount, and they get a discount. We're going to automatically redeem any cash certificates for you and verify that they're only used one time.
Right.
We're no more busies on the phone anymore. The phone service can handle dozens of simultaneous calls. So they don't miss a call anymore. And they have the back end marketing. And they're saving a tremendous amount of money. And it's more accurate. So there's just lots and lots of benefits and no downside for the business. They're saving money and they got a better service. And the consumer, it's faster, it's more accurate, and it's safer with their data, with their card data. And what we did, if you look at the food order call, I just had it up and I just took it down. Here, I'll put it up again. Food order call. FoodOrderCall.com. Okay. If you go through and scroll, you'll see a list of all the benefits, right, for both the restaurant and then a list of benefits for the consumer. But so, a lot of businesses, they want to know not only what's in it for them, but they want to know what's in it for the caller, right? They put themselves in the shoes of the caller, right? Because they figured, well, let me see if I take their perspective, right? I want to evaluate it. Not only is it good for me, but is this something that I think the customers are going to want to use? And if I think that the customers want to use it, smart business people want to be where the customers are going. Simple. So it's just basically a list of bullets of benefits for both the business and the consumer.
Right.
Now, here's the nice thing about this. If I was a salesperson for these online ordering companies, I would have to get upfront $1,000. Why? Data entry. You got to, if for the online ordering companies, every menu item has to go into a database. The menu item and of course the price. All right. This, they just upload a PDF. You're reading the PDF. There's no upfront cost. It's no setup costs.
Oh wow.
No setup costs. They want that. They have the menu, obviously. They just upload their menu, so they can start the same day.
Interesting.
See, that's the whole thing that people don't understand is the barrier to entry. Sometimes, I need to charge you $700, $800, $1,000. The Chinese menus. You ever see some of them? 100 items on it, right?
Correct.
So they just upload a PDF and it's done, ready to go. So it's just simple for the restaurants to get on board and do. other thing too is we're not asking the restaurant to leave who they're using now. Sometimes sales where they only can choose one thing at a time, one service at a time, and you have to convince a business, in this case a restaurant, you have to convince them you need to leave the company you're with in order to use my company. That's not the case in this situation. We're not asking the restaurant, hey, leave the other two or three online ordering companies that you're using. We're just saying, just add this and let's kind of phase out your customers from using the 15% $7.50 fee when you on a $50 order to using one that's a couple bucks. And you keep the friggin' data.
Oh, wow.
So
See,
they're
that's
saving.
going to be a game
Think
changer right there.
well, it's a game changer. Yeah, it's an industry game changer. Well, you ask yourself, well, why wouldn't a restaurant want a service that was more accurate, never missed a phone call, paid much less, kept all the data, and how many kitchens in the back have people working there that are English as a second language?
Right.
Right? Many, right? Have that all, and so that there's just no downside for the business. Now, additionally, we're adding in some really sharp incentives. So the restaurant can say, listen, if you pick up versus delivery, I'll give you an extra 5% on a
Right.
$50 order. They might say, hey, you know what? Hey, that's $2.50. Now, who's doing that now? I saw it on commercial, I think Domino's, right? Or something like that. Was it Pizza Hut or Domino's has a promo right now where if you do the pickup, you get, I think, $3 towards your next purchase. I think it's Domino's.
Because
Domino's.
remember,
I saw that. Yeah,
Domino's is
they're doing really well with it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they're also
they're doing
invested
really
into
well with it.
other
They
small
extended it.
businesses.
Yeah. Well, so the same thing, same situation. We can provide basically an interface for the business where they decide how much they want to give percentage discount if you pick up versus they got to deliver it to you. So it's just a way to incentivize your customers to, hey, come and pick up. You know, we can even do things like the time of the day. If you do your lunch order by 10 o'clock, I'll give you an extra couple percent. So it gives me a few hours to meal prep, right?
Right.
So these are things that can be done that give incentives to control your flow of traffic coming in. Okay, so it's literally a game changer in the industry. The consumer, they're not sitting there. Take the average person. They have a home office. They're sitting. It's after work now. They went in. They're either in the kitchen. They're sitting in the family room watching TV. So let's order tonight. Okay. Well, they either have to get up and go to the menu drawer. Well, sometimes you don't even need a menu. I mean, most of the time, if I'm calling places that I know already, I know what they have and I know what I want. So I'll just order it, right? But if you need to go on your phone and look at the menu of the business, you could do that, or you just have the number on the site in your phone and you just call them up and give me Give me whatever it is. You're either your safe favorites or you just tell them what you want. Simple as could be. So it's not that difficult to understand what we've done here. We've cut out a lot of the problems that the businesses have. The main thing is the problem is the cost. It's ridiculous what they're charging. So you can go through the website, and the website is just starting to be developed. We're gonna be adding to it. I got to get some nice graphics and make it look nice.
Right.
So yeah. So I mean, we should be done within 2 weeks, and we are adding more and more stuff to it. So let me see. Let's see. What didn't we cover already here? I'm just going through the website now here. I'm looking for some things. What's the data allocation of the order? They can use their own merchant service. I didn't mention that. That's a good one.
Okay.
When we go in, we don't have to convince them to change their merchant service. Okay.
All right.
We can just simply transfer over an encrypted email the credit card information of the consumer. Okay.
All right.
And they just use their own merchant service. However, we're a partner with merchant service companies, and we can undercut almost every company out there. So if the business wants to, they can change their merchant services to one that we provide. Okay, so we can give them an option. You could stay what you have and go ahead and process the payment, or if you want to save even more money, you can have we can do an IVR payment, and you could just have one merchant service. Okay. Now, also too, I didn't cover that it eliminates fraud orders. And that's simple because everybody's registered. When you register, you get an email verification sent to you to confirm that that's your email, etc. Right? So it reduces the orders where the situations where the kid is calling in and saying, send 10 pizzas, and he sends it over to his buddy's house. Screwing around, right? So those are, let's say, data, and then of course the nice thing is you have the name Amazon behind it. Okay.
Right.
So they pay their computer telephony charges directly to Amazon. All right, we're not the one that's sending them the bill, so they're more content that it's got to be accurate, right? Because it's our computer bill, computer telephony bill. Amazon is the one that's billing it. They can see they're more part of the whole equation here, right? It's not that they're paying us. And they're saying, well, how much you marking it up? How do we know if you're padding the minutes?
Right.
It's on the level. They register for their separate food order line, and basically they pay their computer telephony charges to Amazon, and they actually get some free credit when they join too. So it makes them feel good that Amazon's in the loop here, that their actual phone charges are all being calculated and paid to Amazon.
Okay.
And we're just charging them only when the order goes through, just to process, basically refer a customer, process the order, and then of course the back end where all that data, we're helping you with the list leaker software and market to all your customers. And of course, we have all the data in our database. We can give them a bunch of data to market to as well. Right? For we have 400 million residential opt-in email data. So when you're going to the customer, you go to the customer, you're giving them the email capability to promote that order line. Because you're
Interesting.
giving them the software, you're giving them you're giving them the software, and you're giving them the data. You're giving them the emailer gun, and then you're giving them the data bullets.
Gotcha.
Right? Very
So
attractive site. Yeah. And as you can see, when they're looking at it, powered by Amazon.
yeah,
No
that's
and
instant
I no
credibility.
equipment to buy. No setup fee, no equipment to buy.
Not having
What
equipment to buy is going to come.
what are any possible rejections from a business that says, "Listen, I want to refer people to you, and we have an automated order line, and you just paid 3 cents to Amazon for the minute for the call." They're like, "What, 3 cents?" Yeah, we'll do that for 3 cents, and then you just pay us when we refer new business to you, a couple bucks. That's it. We're
Right.
referring new right instead of you paying $7.50. Now another thing too, what you have for and your benefit is, all the major online ordering companies. You have all those companies that are in there that are already in those databases. Those are your targets. Those are the ones that are already paying the big money, right?
Right.
Yeah. So you do a local search of all your local pizza places, all your sandwich places, right? All your Chinese. They're all in there.
Oh wow.
Holy God, I'm shooting fish in a barrel here.
Now you can.
Basically, the big companies are they're giving you all their database,
Right.
right? You got it all. You got the customers, you got the prospecting data, you got the email software, you got the Amazon system, you got more accuracy, safer, transcribe into multiple languages, digital redemption of offer, discounts, incentives to get people to use pickup instead of delivery or order off times. Nothing out there like this.
Not at all. Not even close.
Yeah, blows everything away.
And it's funny that you come with this because I'm working with a guy. We're about a year or so into it. He's actually putting together an app that offers cash back incentives to people to shop at restaurants, mostly the mom and pop, small, medium size. And the
Uh-huh.
cash back, they're rewarded with the cash back because they're sent a check at the end of the year that goes toward them helping them.
Well,
Uh,
if he's building up a database of restaurants, he can do both. He
right.
can do both. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, there's just no reason why a restaurant should not want to do this.
That part. Because I mean he has a very interesting concept as well. He's helping the cash back will go towards paying your property taxes.
Whatever. If he's marketing to restaurants,
Right.
he can pitch them on both programs. Yeah, let me stop
Exactly.
recording because I've covered everything already.
Okay.
So let me stop.